let's get them counted down here in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And we are underway here. Fractal.
That's you.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I'll just.
Fractal getting. Or that's Huff. Sorry, Huff getting a little awkward board. Both players actually though. Burning.
But Huff has already scored a Tetris and is going to score another one. Going up to 51,000. But this is the early going, so anything could happen. And people in the chat comparing. I also have heard this too from just random other people that Huff looks a lot like a rock star from the 80s.
Only commentator bias.
Yeah.
I do not have any bias whatsoever.
You sure?
As that is her unbiased statement. Allegedly unbiased.
Fractal has some.
Fractal would like
things.
an L maybe to get a triple out of this.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah, he's doing all right, but Huff is taking quite a nice lead. Has not really had any situations other than a pretty efficient burnout at the very beginning of the game.
I mean, but despite that, Fractal's only down about a Tetris.
Huff did just need to take a few burns, but so does Fractal now. So I think Huff will maintain a bit of a lead here early on. Both players just trying to lock in on 18 and keep the pace.
I will say though, Fractal is a world champion, a former world champion, and so if anybody can play 18 masterfully, it is Fractal. Not to mention that he did get one off of a perfect max out, and may or may not have just topped out right before it because he wasn't recording. But so a really masterful 18 player.
Yeah, and he is also, you can't forget that he's also a Minnie D on the screen
champion.
So yeah, you
the
know,
most
you
important
know,
title.
you know he's serious and that he can play every level there is.
So 257 for Fractal, 333 for Huff. Huff kind of a sleeper pick for if you were to ask who are the top 10 stackers in Tetris, I think Huff is kind of a sleeper pick for that. Just masterful pacing.
You're really not helping your unbiased commentator case, but
okay, but it's objectively true. It's objectively true. Okay, and Tetris asking for a camera review. Mari, I actually have a request for you too. One day, I would really love to see you do a camera review video, or maybe even a camera tier list video. So can you get that done for me, please? Oh, also, contribute to the Matcherino, because...
Yes. 269 and 69 cents. Let's get that. Let's get this money up for these players.
Yeah, got so many exciting players, so many exciting matches. Please contribute to the Matcherino. It would help us out a lot. Let's try and get to $500. So please help us out. Anything that is going to help, even a small donation of $5, $10, that goes a long way. So Please contribute to our Matcherino! Matcherino.
Let's get a D in the Matcherino, Tetris. Yes, Minnie D on the screen.
1,300,000 prize pool. That's our goal. That's our goal, guys. So
we've seen these players do it in quals for their score. Let's get those scores in the prize pool.
Yep. Right now, 592 for Huff, 516 for Fractal. Pretty decent pace for both of them. Huff just tearing it up right now with the pace.
Fractal, getting a respectable mid 500 transition with a Tetris, but Huff's already at 600. Could get a 640 here with the bar. So Huff, yeah, definitely about a 4 Tetris lead going into transition.
Just burns in at 617, but still a pretty comfortable lead for Huff right now. And another Tetris.
Nice adjustment there for Huff with this, making the bar dependency with the square. Seeing
Again,
the long bar in the next box.
Huff, top 10 stackers. Fractal with a little bit of a misdrop. Let's see how he handles this. Has it created a bar dependency on the right. And is going to clean out of it.
100,000 point lead though for Huff here.
Yeah,
just about, especially in pace.
Huff is just capitalizing off of every dig that Fractal is getting into. Has just played perfectly clean, perfectly efficient. And so Fractal is going to have to play catch-up work. Maybe hope that Huff gets into a dig of his own so that he can try cutting into that lead a bit. It does not look like Huff is stopping right now. $856 for Huff, 789 for Fractal. Still a 100,000 point lead, and at the same line count for Huff.
Both players have been doing great since the last score update, but it's still the same. Just Huff just wonderful pace earlier.
947.
Both strong paces. Huff could be getting a 25.
Oh, but Fractal
has
missed that bar, got another bar over.
Fractal
Thankfully.
will definitely have a lot of complications. Will lose some pace. Huff saw him in a little bit of a situation, but he seemed to get out of it quite quickly. So there's the 25 max out for Huff.
Yeah, around 196 or 7 lines.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. And now Huff over 150,000 point lead.
Yeah. We will refrain from cowbelling. From now on.
I mean, we can also turn the mic down like 6 or 7 decibels. Right? That could work. 6, 7 decibels. And Fractal getting up high right now. Tetris asking for the cowbell review video from Mari. And
there's max out for Fractal as well.
Fractal goes in at A65. Huff a little bit dirty at B653. Huff set up for the Tetris, needs a bar, gets a 5 tap.
Fractal, there's the Tetris for Fractal, B14.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. But Huff answers back with another Tetris. This is going to come down to the kill screen. Huff scores another Tetris, going up to C at 56. Fractal setup, gets a Tetris, going up to B at 97. Huff has to burn a little bit. Fractal is clean, but makes a little bit of misdrop, recovers that from it instantly. And look at that, Fractal is actually within 10k points, and Huff's board is spiraling. And
Fractal
Fractal
needs C72. So that's a few,
That's
just a single.
a
There it
single.
is. That's
And
good.
Fractal takes game number
game
one.
number 1. Three, two, one. Tetris.
Lotion playstyle. You like to hear it.
Loading.
Loading. Earlier in this tournament, I was fortunate enough, interestingly enough, I learned there's another Lotion playstyle player here that I played against. That'll be Katsugiri.
Yes,
She has,
Katsugiri.
haven't seen her play comp in a while.
Yeah.
Wonderful to see her back.
I believe she had some sort of injury or some sort of wrist pain that
Right.
prevented her from playing, but seeing her get a 980 in walls, she still got it.
Right.
Definitely still got it. Just unfortunate running into the Midwest champion in the first round. Just unfortunate matchup there.
But yeah, now Huff again taking a bit of an early lead on the first few lines of level 18. We've got Huff with this Tetris goes to 140,000, Fractal at 108,000 in the early 30s. And Classic Tetris 2 is just seeing some excitement. They're playing the top 4 of the silver bracket, so we can give them some love too. But right now we've got Fractal and Huff absolutely locked in.
Fractal at 176. Huff only a Tetris ahead of that. 209 right now. In the early goings. This is pretty solid pace to start out. A little bit better than last time. And people in the chat talking about the Space City regional that happened last week featured also a good amount of players, and notably Fractal and Huff both competed last week at Space City. So
And
not
so
a-
did
So
our
did Rhubarb,
commentator.
one of your other commentators.
So did Fractal of all time. I mean, Rhubarb of all time. So someone like that. 269, 420 for Fractal. Double Hey Now score. We love to see that. Still a little
Multiple of
behind.
19.
Still a little behind Huff though.
apparently.
Yes, 269, 420. That was my game 2 score against Green Tea in CTWC 2021.
A little bit of
This is
fun trivia.
online facts.
Online facts.
So I am familiar with that number. It is achievable on level 18 without pushing down.
Meanwhile, back at the game, Huff at 416, Fractal at 363 has to burn a little bit, but is fine and out of it. But
Both players pretty solid. I think, yeah, Fractal's keeping it much closer than the 100,000 point lead that we saw Huff have throughout, throughout a lot of 18 and 329.
But again, anything can change. Huff is a very, very strong stacker, so we will have to see.
Yeah, both of these are very strong players. I would not be shocked at all if we saw the sort of the way they played in game 1 sort of. If we saw, Huff play 29 the way Fractal did on game 1.
Yeah, but actually, Huff is now already 100,000 points ahead at the same line, more or less at the same line count. So that is not very good for Fractal, but again, level 19, anything can happen, so we'll just have to see. And Huff right now with 580 right now, and 17 lines away. This is a possible 690 transition for Huff right now.
There, as long as he makes it to transition, there's back-to-back 600 transitions, which it's common at the high levels, but like, you know, it's not something you can depend on reliably, even for anyone. So I'm just really happy with that, no matter how skilled you are.
Huff with one more Tetris for the 673 transition. Fractal gonna get a 600 transition, but Huff hangs a piece, and that is not good for him right now.
That is definitely a pace killer there. Allows Fractal to come back. But nice couple pieces for Huff to sort of to deal with this pretty quickly. But
great tuck too. And yeah, Fractal maybe running into the same RNG that Huff did, but is able to score some Tetrises now, and now it is in fact a lot closer. That 100,000 point lead for Huff has diminished to
right back up. Lead for Fractal at the same line count, or pace lead for Fractal more or less.
Yeah, there we go.
But it's neck and neck pretty much.
Neck and neck right now. That one dig, Fractal was able to capitalize on that, and now they are all tied up. 757 for Fractal. Huff at 749, now 776. Huff waiting on some piece to recover that. Is going to have to burn a little bit instead. Huff is going to have to keep burning just a little bit, but this is giving Fractal the chance to build up a little bit of a lead. Huff gets the Tetris going up to 814, but actually Fractal is taking a few burns of his own at 847, still with about a Tetris lead, but Huff might be able to catch up here, and they are around at the same score now, but actually, scratch that. Fractal's still with a pretty substantial lead over Huff. 943 for Fractal, on the verge of a max out. Huff also on the verge of a max out too.
Yeah, both players on pace for max outs on level 26, potentially, you know, high 1.1s into 29. 1.2s are possible with perfect play, but that's not expected from this far out.
And Huff with the first max out, A13 at 207. Fractal answers right back with his own max out.
Cowbells ringing in our hearts.
At around the same time. Both players looking potentially at a 1.2 million going into level 29. This is going to be an intense match.
Yeah, 1.1 for Fractal on 27, 1.1 for Huff into 28. With neck and neck, Fractal would love a long bar, might have to deal with it in a different way sooner or later. Does have to fill it in with a long bar, but has to plug the well and take some burns on the stack clean. So Huff could actually get the 1.2 into 29. Huff had a much cleaner 28 than Fractal, but Fractal is getting a little high, but he does have a lot more burns to give. That's a very
Huff hangs the bar,
long bar.
gets the second bar
now
over.
They both go into 29. B90 for Fractal, C20 for Huff.
Now
this is absolute
C59. And now
Tetris
for the 29.
Fractal, C60, both one off the D on the screen, one Tetris away.
Huff gets that piece over to the left.
This is so amazing. It's so close. There's the D on the screen for Fractal with the Tetris. Huff getting close, ever so slightly approaching that D on the screen.
Not quite set up for the Tetris. There you go, gets the bar right after burning out.
Double D on the screen.
D26, and we're only on level 32. they are just going at it right now. They want to go so aggressive that maybe the other will not be able to catch up, but
that was a very great last-minute L or J placement by Fractal. You saw him like hesitate on the piece, or I don't know. It was like
Fractal
the
getting
recovery was just insane.
Look, Fractal getting up high.
Oh no!
There's no bar though.
Oh,
doesn't get it.
E22, and there's the E25. Huff's already good. That was
what
pace.
What an insane
Feel free to play
pace
this
from
out.
both players.
But you are already good, and it is 1-1.
You can feel free to Mullen for Mullen. Huff right now at E76. Oh, but things isn't gonna get
GGs.
much past that. But Huff is going to even it up. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Wow, what a first semifinals.
Wow. I wonder if the second semifinal could live up to the hype
I
that this
think
one
so.
was created.
We have
Fractal and Huff are just like so good. Like, yeah.
This is what happens when you have two CTWC finalists facing off against each other. Both of them just going so clean, yet so aggressively on the 29 speeds, pushing each other to their limits. And that's what we saw in both of those games. They didn't get super far, but they were going so aggressively on early level 29 to try and outpace each other. And so that is the type of play I think that...
Huff getting this early 18 was turned around in tricky situations.
Yeah, gonna have to burn just a little bit. Just 2 burns there. But have a bar dependency. Huff sets up the vids to remain, to not have to burn anything. Going up to 121. Fractal still has to wait for something to tuck, but now has to burn a few lines here.
Good job though to keep it relatively clean to interesting touch position. Did well with what he got. And Huff's not that far behind now.
Yeah, Huff at 168, Fractal at 207, but Huff has a very large spire in the middle. Let's see how he manages this. Not gonna be fatal, but definitely super, super scary right now. And actually solves the spire really quickly. And back to a much better board. And it's still neck and neck. Wow. Oh, Huff with a slight misdrop. Can tuck a piece under that, but has to wait for that piece. Definitely not what he wants right now, but gets the piece perfectly. Now just waiting on a bar, maybe. Oh, misses the spin.
He was able to get the Tetris after with the long bar though. I hate when I need to, when like the S-spin, that like to uncover the well. Sometimes you have you miss a spin that blocks your well, and you get the long bar right after, and you can't score the Tetris.
Yeah.
So at least I can, I can feel that Huff was only slightly inconvenienced there, but what's more inconveniencing is Fractal has allowed Fractal to build up a bit of a lead, almost 100,000 points here, with this really strong pace that Fractal's got.
Yeah, 400k already, and ahead by about almost 100,000. Huff is on a good pace too, but Fractal just wants a good pace of his own. Oh, slight little misdrop there. Probably not going to be too bad, but he is going to have to take a few burns here to try and get out of this. Waiting on a couple of good pieces to try and resolve this. Oh, those are not the pieces he wants. But, so he's going to have to just burn a good couple of lines, and actually, very nice solve there from Fractal to get out of it. And Huff has crawled back a little, but not too much. 516 for Fractal, 458, now 481 for Huff.
The pace slowed down just like that, and Fractal could still get like a mid 600 transition. So that just shows you how efficient he was playing until that little bit of a situation. This is a bigger situation now for Fractal. He needs to get a long bar or something to burn. The L is going to help perfectly, and he gets some pieces over. He can hold out for this.
And
that was the
oh my
best.
God.
That's the best he could possibly do with those pieces. That was an insane play for Fractal.
So insane. Being able to manage that so perfectly to stay alive when most players probably, that would have been it.
He had no burns available on the right for so long. That's just, when you have to kind of fill it up and hold out for a bar, and if you can, just barely reach to where the pieces are to have some burns available, and he did just that. But now he's transitioned into 19 at 560, Huff at 540. They're neck and neck, just like that. Fractal had pace goes away so fast, but they're both clean now. Or actually, Fractal is more clean than Huff now, so there's a chance. Past is behind him. He's just gotta play his game the rest of the way. That's how it is.
Yeah, Huff setting up a column 9 Tetris. Just no bar, gets the bar, almost a perfect transfer. He's gonna transfer it down. 600,000 for Huff, 649 for Fractal. So it is neck and neck right now, basically. And this time we don't see that much of a... This is probably the closest, in terms of pace that we've seen so far. A little bit below what we've seen in the last few games, but still a very, very strong game. And both of them very clean, so we could still be seeing some super high scores into level 29, but we'll have to see. Huff did have to take a few burns, but should all be fine. Gets another Tetris.
Stacks are pretty clean, except Huff sort of waiting for this L piece on the right. Finally
Gets
is able
it.
to tuck it in, and is able to, keep the right low and just burn down.
But Fractal, with a bit more efficiency on that, is going to widen the lead just a little bit. 828 for Fractal, 792 for Huff. Has to burn a little bit. Block the well when a bar
Fractal, though,
came.
isn't able to use one of those bars, but gets another bar right after, uncovering to score a Tetris.
Ooh, those
and
are
another to fill that dependency soon after.
awkward pieces for Huff, but makes really good use of them.
Made it work so fast.
Wow. And we are now 30 lines away from the level 29 kill screen. Or as one commentator put it, the super kill screen. Because these players are super good at playing out on it.
Oh, right. Shout out James Chen. Or Chris Tay, I forget.
Okay, no offense. I'm sorry, James Chen. If you're watching this, I'm so sorry. Huff with a giant spire on the left.
Max out for Fractal, mid-level 27. He's definitely about 100,000 points in the lead now. Interesting adjustment there for Fractal to keep the well open, and he does get the right pieces to resolve it pretty quick. That worked out quite well, because that would have been a bit uncomfortable if the well was blurred. If he made sort of the standard move.
And Huff burns in at 987, gets the Tetris on the max out at 826. Fractal 119 away, gets the Tetris going in at 886.
Into 29 for Fractal.
And now it is Fractal with the pretty solid lead into 29. So Huff is going to have to play a little catch up, and that's what he's doing. He is setting up Tetrises already, looking very, very sharp, but Fractal doing the same right now. Huff has to take a few burns right now. Gets that piece over. Fractal hangs on the left. And that, he's going to have to get those taps over to the left to try and resolve it.
And
but
he's almost free. He's almost knocked it all down. Just would love something a little nicer.
Brilliant use of those pieces, but Huff wasn't able to capitalize on
Fractal
that.
hung that line bar on the left and hangs
And
another line bar on
one.
the left, and Fractal's going to be done at C59.
And
Huff's target is C60.
Oh no, but Huff hangs on the left, gets another Tetris, going up to C18. This is not
down.
free.
He has to play, he has to make really good decisions and really precise moves here. Gets the bar all the way to the left.
It's not impossible.
Oh
no, but that
flip
hang.
the J piece is gonna really make it much more difficult. It's still possible.
Gets the
already.
bar over to the left, and that's gonna help a lot.
This would be a dig of all time if he can complete it here.
These are.
And he's making progress on it.
Oh,
but
but
he just needed one more 5 tap to the left.
No, it doesn't get it.
The streak runs out.
That is only 10K away if he had just survived.
3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Huff was only 6-7 lines away from completing that chase down. It was so close. Just need a little bit more, but could not clutch it out.
Again, past, it's happened. The most important time for Huff is now.
Yeah.
To continue
To be good.
to do what he can to play at his best as he is quite good at play Tetris. I should say one of the things he is very good at.
Oh, Fractal is getting up high.
Some
Where's
nice
the
adjustments there
pieces
for
though?
Fractal.
Okay,
But
just barely rolls all the pieces
sort
over,
of
but
forced to cover the well and also
Okay,
make some
perfect,
burns
though.
really high on the board.
and is gonna survive. But what a close call there for Fractal early on. Does not want to force a decider against Huff. Wants to be able to at least have a fighting chance at completing the set right now. So masterful play there from Fractal. And is still more or less tied with Huff despite all of that. So 146 for Fractal, 150 for Huff. Huff just one Mino short from the Tetris. And over on CT2, it looks like our winner of the CTWC Minnie D on the screen silver bracket is Toast. So big congratulations, taking it home for us.
For Minnesota, for the Minnie
Minnesota.
Ds.
So big congratulations to Toast, the number 1 seed in the silver bracket too.
Is the Minnie D trophy coming back home? There's a couple. We're gonna have a Minnesotan finalist in gold as well.
True.
Yeah.
But we're also gonna not have an all Minnesota final, unfortunately, because we're playing in the semifinals. So.
Yeah, we are. Neither of these two semifinalists are from Minnesota, but they're still pretty cool anyway. Despite that.
Both of them are from the Midwest. I will say that. Fractal hailing from Texas and Huff from the great state of Michigan, as featured in the hit show Severance. That might be a spoiler, but
What? How can you do this?
Fractal a little unhappy with the commentators, with the commentary.
yeah, sorry.
He's
Fractal.
letting us know.
I'm sorry.
But
When did?
it doesn't seem to be affecting his game very much. He's in the lead.
Oh,
Although
but
it's
Huff
kind of close in
getting
pace,
up
but
high.
he will have the pace lead after Huff's burning, probably.
Huff just not. That's not super great pieces. Gets that bar over though. And is going to be okay, but Fractal isn't clean, so now that's going to be pretty good for Huff as he is Tetris ready. Fractal actually is also Tetris ready, so they are going to remain neck and neck right now. Great adjustment for Huff for that square. And yeah, just both players super clean, super neck and neck right now.
What do you call that adjustment? Like the tuck square, the TS, or what is that one?
Sure, we can call it that.
There's a nice adjustment though for Fractal, making a bar dependency with the bar coming next.
And Fractal has to create a bit of a tuck setup, but he's able to get a bar for Tetris, which is
Okay, the tuck setup. That's the adjustment. That makes sense.
and Fractal just having to pour those pieces up to the left. This is not super great for Fractal. It's not going to be fatal, but he's going to have to burn quite a bit right now, which is going to give Huff the opportunity to maybe build out a bit of a lead, but
the pieces kind of force Fractal to just keep putting weight on those holes.
But also, keep in mind that Fractal is a pretty solid stacker, so you never know. He could burn out super duper quickly. And it looks like he's going to do just that.
Yeah, seems like Huff has taken a lead, but not a huge lead. It looks like the seed has been not super friendly to either player. About a 50,000 point lead for Huff going into transition.
But Fractal actually still isn't Tetris ready. Huff got the bar for the bar dependency and then set up another one immediately after. So both of them are going to actually be in digs, and Fractal is Tetris ready now. So going to try to cut into the lead, but Huff actually burns out right at the same time. Both of these players are just on the same wavelength right now, basically. Both of them, like, they're just like, I wonder, like, if they have some sort of like telepathic connection with each other. Both of them just getting out of trouble at like the exact same time.
It's almost like they're playing with the same Tetris pieces. They're just so in sync.
Just so in sync. 652 for Fractal.
676 for Huff.
Yep. And super neck and neck right now. This is so tense right now. 710 now, 739 for Fractal. Both of them super duper clean, showing no signs of slowing down. Huff was waiting out a little bit for that bar, but gets it finally. Does take one burn, and Fractal likely also gonna have to take a few burns. Gets that bar right before getting out. And now it looks like Huff is taking a 100,000 point lead. Just Fractal, that little bit of burning has cost him just that little bit that Huff has been able to take advantage of. 841 for Fractal, 893 for Huff.
Yeah, both players have picked up the pace, post 19, and I'll be looking at another really strong post level 29 battle, as we have seen all series from these players. So Fractal is having to dig down and burn a lot. Wasn't ready to put that long bar to the right for the Tetris, so he's gonna burn up a little.
Oh, but look at
near
Huff.
the top of the stack a little more.
Huff also has to take a few burns too.
Both players might be going into safety mode or trying to, keep their stacks as nice as they can for the level 29 transition.
And Huff transitions at 871. Fractal probably gonna have to burn in maybe, unless he sets up right now.
Long bar or J would be the squares. Does pretty well too. Just trying to chip
943.
down at this rough board as quick as possible.
Yeah, Fractal, both of them were sort of having to burn down, but Huff immediately.
Huff with a cleaner board. And the 150,000
Oh, but
lead almost.
Huff tanked that bar in column 8. Is able to get another piece around it, but
Tetris for Fractal allows a few more of those could really help him catch up here. That's another Tetris for Fractal, down by about 75,000 points.
Huff just burning, trying to stay a little bit more conservative this time. And Fractal is having to burn a little. Huff scores a Tetris going up to B70, and Fractal is now clean. Gets a Tetris, misses the S-spin in
Spins early.
probably the worst way possible. So it's going to have to burn a lot more lines now. And meanwhile,
Tetris for Huff maintaining that 100,000
1,000
point
point
lead.
lead.
A couple of misdrops for Huff, so he will have to burn this down. Fractal, nice long bar there to fill in. He's almost Tetris ready. Is in position to catch up while Huff is digging. Catch up at least part of this 100,000 point deficit that he's facing right now.
But Fractal still isn't ready.
Just
to
waiting for
score.
this long bar.
Okay,
Fractal,
where is it?
Huff has been digging, but Fractal's been getting a little droughted. But finally gets that long bar. Tetris ready for another Tetris. But long bars aren't coming.
And
There's another long bar
Fractal
for
scores
Huff.
another Tetris. Now it's
Now
within a
Yeah,
Tetris.
just a one Tetris lead for Huff.
Just like that.
Huff digging down the bottom.
And
We're neck and neck.
Fractal takes the lead.
With a level and a half to go before the level 39 super kill
And another
screen.
Tetris. Huff hasn't scored a Tetris. Is probably going to have
Burn
to
this
do
down
it right
efficiently.
now.
And with those
it doesn't get
misdrops,
it.
Huff is topping out at C89, and that is a D on the screen for Fractal. That is enough to win the game and the match and move on to the finals to defend his title at Minnie D on the screen.
What a game. Huff was ahead for the entirety of level 29. Fractal scoring those clutch Tetrises at the very end to take up the lead.
What do you think?